What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. It is Wednesday, and I'm competing in my first ever pro show, the New York Pro 212 division, on Saturday. So I guess that's, 3 days out, if you count Saturday, if you count Wednesday. And I got to admit, I'm very nervous. I saw the competitor list. There are 17 stacked individuals, professional bodybuilders, who I will be competing against. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. Get a bunch of people saying that I don't belong on a pro stage, yada, yada, yada. Maybe you're right. But there's only one way to find out, and that's by getting my butt on a professional bodybuilding stage, which is what I'm going to be doing. But the only thing I can control, I can't control my muscle insertions. I can't get over 212. I'm going to weigh in right around 208 to 211 on Friday night. I'm going to weigh right where I need to weigh. So I'm as big as I can get. I'm not big enough for the open. We all know that. We're not going to lie and say I am. I'm a 212 guy. I'm about the right height. I'm about 5'7.5". Most of these guys are between 5'3" and 5'8", so I'm right there. I'll be one of the bigger guys, okay, overall. But you're looking at professionals. However, I have left nothing to chance. Nothing. I have been training harder than I've ever trained. The only thing I can argue isn't very good for me is my travel. I was traveling up until last week, every week for 3 to 4 days. And it's hard. A lot of my meals were out. There was a lot of Chipotle. There was a lot of kava. Basically, Mediterranean food was my go-to. But at the end of the day, I did the best I could. And when it came time to really dial it in, I dialed it in. And I'll tell you this. There might be some really conditioned athletes, but I'll be right there with the top conditioned athletes, not just at this show, but at any IFBB show. You can't beat conditioning as far as, you're either conditioned or you're not. Okay, now I might lose to someone who has better muscle bellies, who poses better, who just has a better physique, who might be fuller, but all I can control is how hard I work and how conditioned I come in. And those are two things that I left no stone unturned. I trained with Sheamus from the WWE under the tutelage of Bryce Beal, who is my head coach over at Legacy of Carbon, my partner. And we trained so hard to the point where I'm just now starting to deload. Today was a lighter, easier day. This is Wednesday before the show. And my body hurts. My body is sore. And Jose Raymond is handling my diet. This is the first ever show I have handled nothing. Jose guided me in with the nutrition, and Bryce guided me in with that training. Now, as you know, I do offer coaching at marclobliner.com, but there's an old saying in law that the most foolish lawyer is one who represents himself. At the end of the day, all I did is I showed up. I showed up at Sheamus's garage, and we trained. And Bryce was there to tell us exactly what to do. I woke up in the morning, I knew my macros, and I ate them. And I will tell you this, I've never looked this good. Last night, I was hungry for the first time. Jose cut my carbs down to 200 grams, which for me is very little. And I took an Epsom salt bath, and I came out, and I realized how truly remarkably lean I was. And then I woke up this morning, and for Masters USA, I weighed in at 205 at my lowest. I was 203 pounds. Because of that, I sent my weight over to Jose, and he's like, we need to start eating carbs. So today, my carbs were bumped up to 300 grams, and then we just roll into the show. They're up to 360 grams on Thursday and Friday before the show. And, of course, Friday, we see what's going on. We play it by ear, obviously. There's a lot of different foods involved. You got rice cakes. Jose likes granola, stuff like that. What's really remarkable about this prep is, as someone who doesn't like taking health risks and who's just using TRT through Hormone Health and Wellness, I'll link him down below. That's my doctor. The amount of drug comments and the amount of drug accusations are out of this world. People are legit mad at me because they think I'm lying about what I'm taking. And that's okay. Because if I looked like I was only on TRT, that means that I'm not working hard enough. I do believe that a lot of people can get crazy results on either no drugs at all or very little drugs, but they just don't train hard enough. They don't diet smart enough. And then they're like, well, this guy's using this. And a lot of people they use drugs as a crutch. Basically they use drugs to make up for their lack of training or for their lack of diet. And that's two things that I know what I'm doing. And when I outsource those things so I don't have to think about it, look, man, when you're traveling hundreds of days a year, when you're working and you're in board meetings and you're in all these leadership meetings and you're in sales calls and you're visiting stores, and I have a store event tonight, I had a store event Monday, you have to focus on your work. So I don't have time to sit down and be like, I really want to do this undulating program. I would like to work more power on my lower body and more hypertrophy on my upper body. Let me fix this split. I just don't have time for that. Because at the end of the day, I'm programming for my clients. I'm programming for my in-person clients, marclobliner.com. I can coach you in person at legacyatcarbon.com, or I could do it online. So I spend all of my time making everybody else look their best because that's my job. I actually want to apologize to all of my clients, okay? My clients in their check-in emails have been writing, oh, by the way, here's my weight, here's my update pictures. By the way, blankety blank blank, hope you do well, you look great. And I'll just write back, okay, great weight, you look great in your pictures, or here's your adjustments. And I ignore everything they say about me because it's not about me. Those communications are about them. I spend my entire life working to help other people, whether it's as a coach at Legacy, whether it's at marclobliner.com, whether it's working for my businesses, our partners over at Brandless, who are our partners in Ambrosia, whether it's my staff over at tigerfitness.com, the Outright Bar, whether it's accounts, whether it's Target, whether it's Vitamin Shop, whether it's GNC. I work tirelessly every day to make sure that I deliver my responsibilities for people, which means that my own goals of being a great IFBB pro, man, that is so far down my priority list. I don't even think about it. Like, I didn't start posing till this week just because I don't have time. I'm busy, I want to train. And when I'm done training, I got to go to work. Like, I'm literally like, I'll go over to Seamus's house. I'm like, all right, Steven, great workout, bro. Got to go. Then I go straight up. I'm usually on a call on the way home. So, and then I get as much work done as possible. And then I coach kids at Legacy at night. Or I'm at an event like tonight. Bryce is handling all the classes and I'm over at Ruck Nutrition in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So at the end of the day, I really just have outsourced everything to Bryce and Jose. And I have a great training partner in Seamus who has pushed me to a level I never thought I could be pushed before. And because of that, I'm getting crazy, insane drug dose results. And I'm not saying that I'm a great pro. I'm not saying I'm Derek Lunsford. I'm not saying I'm Sean Clarita. I'm not saying I'm Kareth Bajo. I'm saying I'm the best Marc Lobliner I've ever been. And I encourage you to find somebody more conditioned than I am. And that's work ethic, genetics, and diet. Mostly, you can point to TRT, HRT, whatever RT you want. At the end of the day, I know a lot of people on a lot of drugs who look like shit. And even if I'm on a lot of drugs, which I'm not, if you believe I am, that's fine. Then at the end of the day, I'm still doing something to get to this level. Like people who are on a lot of steroids who look great, they train their asses off. And I don't want to discount that at all. I don't want to be like, I'm only on this and everybody else is on this. That's bullshit. At the end of the day, when we get on a pro bodybuilding stage, they're not drug testing us. They're not giving us a survey. How many hours do you work a week outside of bodybuilding? At the end of the day, we're getting on stage. We're literally wearing an eye patch over our genitals and we're posing and may the best man win. So I'm not there as Marc Lobliner, the guy who has jobs and kids and goes on stage. I'm there as a fucking bodybuilder. And I'm there to go up against guys who might be doing this full time. That might be their means to pay their bills. And that's awesome because they look great. But for me, it's about proving myself right and proving a lot of people wrong. A lot of people didn't think I could compete as a pro. A lot of people didn't even think I'd get a pro card. So one is out of the way. Let's show everybody that we can actually do this. So a question I get all the time, at my body fat, how am I feeling? I'll be dead honest. I feel freaking great. I've never felt this good. Maybe it's adrenaline. Maybe it's faith. Whatever it is, I've never felt this good. I've never felt this happy. My marriage has never been better. I've never had better quality time with my kids. I've never performed as well at work. Everything is clicking. My training this week, it's been a little weird because I'm depleted. But up until now, I've had the best training sessions of my life with Seamus. So I'm excited, guys. This will probably be the last video you'll see from me up until I compete at the New York Pro. I'm leaving town tomorrow night. I'll be there Friday. I'll be there Saturday. And then I'll come home Sunday morning. My daughter Cammie's coming with me. If you are watching this before, we'll be at Natural Body in Ozone Park. That's Long Island. We'll be at Natural Body between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Friday night, the 19th. I'll be sampling Alplanta. I'll be handing out outright bars. And my daughter will have her line, Lacuna Nutrition Omnia, and she'll be sampling that out as well. But I just want to kind of touch base, tell you guys what's going on. Again, wish you guys the best. Hope everything's going well with you. If you're not already there, sign up for my free newsletter at marklobliner.com. That's marklobliner.com. And follow me on Instagram if you're not already. That's at Marc Lobliner. And again, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this. Appreciate you being a part of this. And if you need anything at all, again, I'm very easy to get a hold of. Be sure to get a hold of me, DM me on Instagram. Again, you can email me, Marc, M-A-R-C, at tigerfitness.com. Very easy to get a hold of. And if you're in Tennessee, I'm always doing events now. I made a goal for myself to do 2 to 3 events a week. And I plan on sticking to that. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, and remember, that's not a game.
I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. All it takes, this replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. So let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.